OpenAI just launched GPT-5, and in this video, I'm going to ask it to prove that it is GPT-5. This type of reasoning is called the Socratic method or Socratic reasoning, where we challenge the underlying belief system of the AI itself. We'll do this through ChatGPT as well as through Open WebUI, an open source AI chat interface that lets you connect to models like GPT, Claude, and open source AI models through Ollama. And finally, I'll show you how you can cut your ChatGPT cost by up to 50% a month. So let's get started. When OpenAI announced GPT-5, they said it is available for everyone, right from the free users to their most premium enterprise users. And here I was curious about GPT-5, so I opened a new chat window and started chatting with the model. And I was really skeptical at first because these updates take time to roll out. So I asked the most basic question I could, which is, are you GPT-5? And it said yes, it is using the GPT-5 architecture, but this name felt weird, no? GPT-5 according to their official release and documentation, there are only 3 versions. If you go to their plan, you might see a 4th version called GPT-5 Chat. But apart from that, GPT-5 shouldn't be possible. So I was a bit confused. I thought it was hallucinating, and so I asked it to prove it. And here you can see the personality of GPT, which they were talking about, and it feels more human-like. It is a bit sarcastic, as you can see, and it gives me a certain set of things that it is capable of, saying why it is GPT-5. And I wanted to ask it something that is evident out there, which is its cutoff date, and it said June 2024. And if you look at the official documentation of the GPT series of models, the GPT-5 series of models, you can see it says for the GPT-5 model, it's October 1st. The GPT-5 mini is May 31st, which is technically the start of June. And for the one that is supposed to be in ChatGPT, it is actually 30th September. So here again, I think it is still hallucinating. It is not a factual information that it is giving. So again, I went back to the version that it was claiming to be running on, and I was really skeptical about it. And it again tried to justify itself, saying why it's 5-0 and how it works. Again, I doubled down on that question, and there it says it's not publicly branded, but internally it is called GPT-5 and stuff like that. And then it said it could help me prove it, and it could clearest proof that it is running GPT-5 and I asked it to do that, and it gave me a step of things that I can try out myself to test out and understand that it is running GPT-5 behind the scenes. But in the end, it said I can give you a side-by-side live demo, and I was really curious about that. So I asked it to do a live demo, give me a side-by-side live demo, and then it started setting up the demo and giving me GPT-5 response and GPT-4 response, and justifying why it is the different versions. And here you can see it is using the internet, where I had not asked it to use the internet, but it is using the internet to do this proof, the side-by-side live demo. And at the end, I was pretty confused, saying, so did it switch models in between to do a GPT-4 demo and then a GPT-5 demo? So I asked about that. And again, you can see the personality coming out here. It's saying, no, I can't literally switch models mid-chat. And so what it actually did was it tried to impersonate GPT-4. So that was pretty weird there. And that's my next question, actually. So I asked it, how could you respond like GPT-4? Have you used GPT-4 yourself? So you're so well versed with GPT-4, you can impersonate GPT-4. And then it went back to saying, I didn't use GPT-4 the way human would, but it was trained on GPT-4 data, so it knows how GPT-4 would respond. So it was just mimicking that type of response. And then it went on to saying, I'll give you prompts which you can try it on GPT-4 and GPT-5, and you can see the difference. And by seeing that difference and seeing how I am talking, you can understand that this version that you're using right now is GPT-5. So I said, yeah, please give me the prompt that I can try it out myself to stress test it. and it gave me a set of prompts that I can see, and it also gave me steps through which I can identify one is GPT-4 and the other is GPT-5. So these are the prompts that it gave me, and if you are interested to access this chat, do reach out to me or leave a comment, and I will give you the link to this chat so you can continue talking to this, and I'll not be using this anymore. So let's try the same thing on Open WebUI and see how the GPT-5 model responds there, because there we are connecting the GPT-5 API directly, so that should make some difference. So yeah, let's see. I've self-hosted this through House of FOSS, and Open WebUI is an open source AI chat interface. It has over 100,000 stars on GitHub, and it supports Ollama, OpenAI API, and almost all other APIs providers. So going back to the self-hosted version, here what I've done is I've connected my OpenAI API key. So I can go to my admin panel, to my settings, and here to my connections, and you can see I've connected my OpenAI API key. I also have Ollama connected, which is running behind the scenes. Again, this is supported through House of FOSS. So I asked the same questions, but to my surprise, this was very, very different. So I asked the same question here. So I asked, are you GPT-5? And it said, no, I am ChatGPT and not GPT-5. This is very odd, because this is exactly the GPT-5 API that I've gotten from OpenAI through the platform, OpenAI platform, and I have selected the GPT-5 API here, but it says it is not GPT-5, it is ChatGPT. But when I ask about the knowledge cutoff, it gives a more accurate response here. Is it accurate or hallucination? That is still questionable. It says October 2024. And when I go to the model comparison page on their website for GPT-5, it says October 2024. So this seems to be accurate compared to when we try with ChatGPT. But still, I tried to poke around and ask more about the model name and version, and it says it does not have access to that information and to check through the settings or through the API model parameters. But this is very odd, and it also brings into question, like, how do we know that the model we are paying for is the model that we are getting, right? So that is another big question, and do leave your thoughts in the comments. And then I tried to poke around and ask a few more questions around it, but I couldn't get any accurate information saying that it is either ChatGPT or it is either GPT-5 or anything more on that topic. So what I tried, I opened a new chat here in Open WebUI, and I connected GPT 4.1. So that's the great thing about Open WebUI. We can switch between different models, and I have this external model where I have these models loaded. I can also have local models here, where these two open source models that I have, which were part of a different demo. So here I'm going and asking the question. So since I have GPT 4.1 running here, I asked, are you GPT 4.1? And here it says yes. This answer seems to be very similar to what we got in ChatGPT when we asked if it was GPT-5, and there it gave a very similar answer. You can go back in the video and you can check it out. But it gave a very similar answer, very similar structure here, and this information is correct. So the knowledge cutoff is June 2024. When you go to their platform documentation for GPT 4.1, the cutoff date is 1st June 2024. So, and then I asked it the same question, asking it to prove it, and it gave quite a similar response like before, like what ChatGPT gave. But still, this brings into question. So how do we know the model that we are paying for, the model that we are choosing, is the model that we are getting? So do leave your thoughts in the comments. And moving on to the next section, now let me show you how you can save up to 50% on your monthly ChatGPT bill. So for this instance, let's take two plans from ChatGPT. So you have the Plus plan, which is $20 per month, and then you have the Team plan, which is for businesses and teams working together, which is $30 per user per month, billed monthly. So let's take these two plans. And for Open WebUI, right? So it is completely open source, so they don't even have a pricing page. So you can self-host this yourself, or you could use a provider like House of FOSS. So through House of FOSS, we make open source easy and accessible to everyone. So you can just create an account here, and you can create a workspace then, and inside your workspace you can launch your application. So I can just come here, search for Open WebUI from our marketplace, and for less than 10 users, so up to 10 users is the capacity of the server, you'll be charged $30 per month, and you can switch this off when you're not using it. That's the great deal about House of FOSS. So going back, so I have this running. Through this application is how I was able to show you the demo of Open WebUI. So I can just click this link and it will take me to the application where I was showing you the demo in the previous chapter. So this is what we were going through before. And once I'm done, I can just come and simply switch it off and you'll only be charged for the minutes. So with this information, I have an Excel table ready for you. So let's say you have 10 members in your team and you're using ChatGPT team, and it gives you more collaborative features like workspaces and projects. So if you're a team, I would suggest this. So which is $30 per user per month, and there are 10 members in your team, which would cost you $300 a month. Or let's say you just are using the plus plan where it's for individual users for personal use. It's $20 per month, and let's say even that you're using it as a team, then that is $200 per month. With Open WebUI, there are no pricing for the software. So with House of FOSS, you can host it for $30. We manage everything related to hosting with installations, backups, server capacity, uptime, everything. And I'm just estimating that you're spending $100 on API. So the ChatGPT API, if you look at the GPT-5 API per million token, it's $1 for input tokens and $10 per output token. And you can use the mini or the nano version, which are much more cost efficient for you. The best thing is this bills you only based on your usage. So for a team of 10, not all users are the same. So in that case, paying based on usage is much more better. So with this pricing, you'll be spending $130 a month. Let's say with $100 for the API and $30 for the server. Again, this also you can turn it off when you're not using it, when you're going on a break, you can turn off the server, right? So with this, you'll be spending $130 for Open WebUI with OpenAI APIs, whereas through the ChatGPT Teams plan, you'll be spending $300. So comparing this, you'll be able to save up to 57% compared to ChatGPT Teams, or no, 35% if you're using the ChatGPT Plus plan. So that's what House of FOSS enables teams to do. So House of FOSS is a marketplace for open source software where we help companies save up to 60% on their monthly software bill. So open source has been the best kept secret of the tech industry, and our mission is to make it easy and accessible to everyone. So do try out House of FOSS, and when you sign up, you get $10 free credit, which you can use. I'm using my free credit at the moment. So do try it out, and let me turn off the instance now. I'm done with the demo. Like and subscribe, and I'll see you in another video with another great open source find. Thanks.